Hello, everyone, and you're welcome to another edition of The Other Side of the Bridge Football Channel. And I'm your host, Patrick, and we're in an international break. Club football takes a backseat while international football, comes to the forefront. And while we have some news about Victor Osimhen, I'm sure you've already heard, Victor Osimhen is off to Galatasaray on loan. I really think Chelsea dropped the ball on this one because I really don't know how on earth we couldn't get Osimhen on loan. He's gone off to Galatasaray, and there was really no loan fee. Napoli and Galatasaray are sharing the wages. So is it something that Chelsea Football Club couldn't do? I think there's more to this Osimhen story. And Osimhen signed a new contract with Napoli up until 2027, and he got his British club reduced from about 120,000, 20 million pounds to about 46 million pounds, which is quite good for clubs that are looking to pry Osimhen away. But I think the story actually we should all be looking at is why the sudden fall for Osimhen. 2 seasons ago, Osimhen was the toast of, the entire Europe and Africa. He's the current African Player of the Year. Osimhen's career was going up and up. I really don't know how or why, clubs are finding it difficult, to touch Osimhen even with a very long pole. The likes of PSG came in for him and backed out. Arsenal at some point were touted to be going for him, but backed out. We all know his romance with Chelsea and how we couldn't just seem to get a deal done, even up until the last day of the transfer deadline. So there's more to this than meets the eye. You can't tell me Chelsea were not able to afford his wages and Galatasaray were able to do so. It's quite crazy. The Osimhen story, his entire issues, I personally think it came up last season when, especially with the national team, the Super Eagles of Nigeria, where he had some issues with the coach, Finidi George, where he went on IG to give almost a 10 minutes rant, said a lot of crazy things, hurled a lot of insults at the coach. I think a lot of clubs looked at that and were like, whoa, 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 what kind of player are we actually getting our hands on? Because to be honest, a lot of coaches or no coach will want a player that is, going to come and bring chaos to the club. Osimhen looked from the outside like a very cool, calm, collected player, but I think that video clip really, really showed a different side of him. And it was downhill from there. Probably it's not the actual reason, but I think from there, Osimhen really, really went downhill because this is a player that single-handedly, if I can say, gave Napoli the Italian Serie A title 2 seasons ago, and all of a sudden he's surplus to requirements. He wasn't even registered as at the time the transfer window ended. It's quite disgraceful and shameful. Even if Conte didn't really want him in the club or the club didn't really want him, come on, Lukaku could get injured at any time, and Osimhen may come in handy, but they made it extremely clear they were not interested in this guy. What exactly happened behind the scene, and what exactly happened behind the scene for the likes of Chelsea, Arsenal, PSG, not to actually want to get this guy. Even the Saudi club that came in for him, it was rumored Osimhen didn't really want to go there, but did he really have that much options? And Galatasaray seems to be the ones to come bail him out, but still couldn't even get him, permanently. He had to be on loan, and therefore we'll be waiting till January once again to see if, Osimhen can get a better deal to a bigger club in Europe. Don't get me wrong, Galatasaray is a big club in Turkey, but we all know compared to other clubs in Spain and Germany and England and even Italy, they don't really hold a candle to them. Yeah, so Osimhen got his move. He's going to wear the number 45. I watched his unveiling video. It was quite nice, But for a lone player, that's kind of unveiled. I mean, or is there something we don't know? Maybe they are planning to keep him permanently. Um, yeah, I think Chelsea's loss is Galatasaray's game, but Osimhen is playing a very dangerous game here because if he doesn't do well in his 6 months or maybe a year at Galatasaray, I mean, it may be downhill, even worse for him from there. I mean, for his transfer fee to be crashed, almost, double slash the price, original price, to what it is currently. I mean, that's something that shows that Napoli is willing, very, very willing to take a loss on him. I mean, he was gotten for about 85 million pounds, from Lille Football Club. And it's not like Osimhen is finished. It's not like he's, aged. He's just 24 years of age, and he has a lot of promise in him. He still has a lot, way, 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 lot of football in him. So whatever the reason for them to be willing to take such a loss, I really don't know. But you can't tell me Antonio Conte came in and the club is willing to let go of their prized assets because there's no bigger player in Napoli like Osimhen. Yeah, so that's it for him. He's currently supposed to join up with the Super Eagles of Nigeria squad out there in Calabar. They'll be playing against Benin Republic on Saturday. That's AFCON 2025 qualifier, and after which Nigeria will be playing Rwanda in Kigali. So look out for that, and hopefully, Osimhen puts all this nightmare behind him, and yeah, being away from club, responsibilities, probably he can shine for the national team. I also love to see what his reception is going to be like, coming back to the national team after his rant against the coach, Finidi George, who actually had to resign as a result of that. And yeah, speaking of the national team, Super Eagles national team, we have a new coach. We have a new old coach. We got a coach from Germany. His name escapes me right now. And he was announced, I think, August 27th. And 3 days later, the coach announced that he wasn't interested in the job. Like, he kept Nigeria in the dark, and it was quite shameful, disgraceful. I think the contracts weren't yet done or settled before the NFF dropped the ball and announced him as their head coach, and it turned out the job. And so we had to go back to get an interim coach who has coached Nigeria in 3 different stints. Nigeria 1994, AFCON winner Austin Eguavon is back again at the helms of affairs. I really don't, personally, I really don't know what we see in Eguavon that we keep on giving him, the reins in the Super Eagles, because he has proven not to be, national team coach quality. Yeah, but he has the job again. We'll support him to do his best for the 4th time, and hopefully we get our game back on track, because the Super Eagles, after they just concluded AFCON, they've been going down and down. They lost a couple of qualifiers. I think it was the World Cup qualifiers. Yeah, so we really need to get our acts back on track. So we'll be, giving our views on that match. It's going to be taking place tomorrow. Is it tomorrow? No, I think on Saturday, rather, not tomorrow. On Saturday in Nigeria. And we'll be following up on other AFCON qualifying matches and results. And also, yeah, the UEFA Nations League matches are going to be taking place. I think today, the pick of the bunch, Portugal is going to be playing Croatia. Ronaldo still going, man. This guy, I think he's going to play till he's 50 because there's no slowing this guy down. But what I would just say is I think Ronaldo needs to take it easy, not put too much stress on his body. He's not a kid anymore. Come on. Probably, come in the dime embers of the matches, maybe play 15, 20 minutes, do his thing, get his goal, but for him to be starting at this age for Portugal, I think it's a no-no for me. And the coach really, really needs to, put his foot down. Yeah, we all want the best for Ronaldo, and he deserves to go out, all guns blazing. He deserves to go out on a high. And if he still feels he's able to play, come on. I mean, Messi is still also going strong for Argentina, so he's not really ready to go down, the route of retirement. So we'll be covering that also along with other matches. I think England is going to be playing, yeah, in the Nations League. So I will cover that and any other match of note. We'll bring it to you over here and the other side of the bridge. So yeah, I'll see you probably before or after the Nigerian match, and I'll be bringing that to you in a preview or review. So do like, subscribe to the channel, and do have a wonderful day.